Hi guys, my name is Andre and I am definitely in the building. I just had to steal that intro from Onaga then, if you know, you know. So this is my 2-month update video, and just to give you a quick recap on the story so far, in October the 15th, 2021, I had an FUE hair transplant in Turkey at a clinic called Cosmetica. They took 2,700 grafts from the back of my head and put them at the front of my hairline and my temples. So yeah, that was exactly 2 months ago now. Since then, everything's been pretty much going exactly as expected. Week 1 was the worst, just because of everything that's happened. You know, you had to sleep at that awkward 45-degree angle. I was dealing with that burning sensation in the back of my head. I couldn't sleep. Yeah, all that going on. But since then, everything's been just going quite smoothly, to be honest. As you saw in my month 1 video, I had shed at least 90% of my transplanted hairs. And then since then, probably 1 week into month 1, the shedding started to stabilize, so I wasn't really shedding from that point onwards. But what I did notice was some new hairs just starting to grow in around my hairline, which was a good sign. You can't really notice them in this video just because I don't think it's really picking up on camera, but there's been quite a few new hairs just like starting to grow in over the last couple of weeks, like especially like on the corners here and everything. And the hairs that didn't shed, the hairs that remained, they've just sort of grown in longer, so you can see them all along here. But this is pretty much as expected from month 2. I think from what I've seen, and I've seen a lot of videos of guys documenting their journey, I feel like month 2 is usually the worst month for pretty much most people. So it's the one where you'll be at the peak of the ugly duckling stage, as they call it. But yeah, from month 2 to month 3, I'm definitely expecting to see some more new growth, to see more density coming through. So hopefully this time next month, you'll see some like noticeable progress. Like I can already see like at the top of my temples, like new hairs coming through that weren't there before. Same on this side as well. And every few days when I look in the mirror closely, I'm just starting to see more and more like new hairs just starting to pierce the skin. So yeah, definitely by month 3, you should see some pretty decent growth. It's not going to be anything crazy, but it'll be better than what it looks right now. The last month has been pretty easy, to be honest. Nothing much has gone on. I haven't been itching or anything like that. But then again, I have still been taking my antihistamine tablets every day. I've just run out yesterday actually, and I'm not really looking to buy any more. I'm just going to see how it goes, because I'm pretty sure like even if I had an itchy phase, like it's pretty much over right now. So we'll see how it goes over the next few days without the antihistamine tablets. Other than that, I haven't had any kind of pimples or bumps on my head around my donor area or anything like that. But yeah, as you can see, like I'm just looking at the screen right now, and you can see where the hairline is going to be. And yeah, it's just a matter of time before it all starts filling in. So I'm pretty confident about that. The one thing I was worried about before I had the hair transplant was how my donor area was going to come out looking like. Because I know that for some people who, let's say like a Norwood 5 or 6 or 7, who need like a lot of hair transplant into the front, I've noticed that a lot of those people don't really care too much about how their donor area turns out, as long as the top of the head turns out looking nice. But for me, it was really important that my donor area comes in and looks good, looks normal. Especially because I had less than 3,000 grafts. And my donor area has actually been recovering really well over the last month especially. There's been some pretty decent growth. So for some people that don't know, during the procedure, when they're extracting the hairs from the back of your head, there'll be quite a lot of shock loss. So the hairs that are around the transplanted areas will have fallen out due to the trauma from the procedure. And those hairs can take a while to grow back. They don't just grow back, they don't just start growing back straight away. And they grow pretty much sporadically, like each hairs will just grow in its own time. So it can look a little bit patchy. And as you'll see in my video where I show you the donor area and then the recipient area, there are a few light patches here and there, but overall I'm very, very happy with how the donor area is looking, especially just at month 2. So by month 3 and month 4, it's only going to get better, because more and more of the hairs that were falling out during the shock loss period will have grown in. But yeah, right now already it's looking good. I'll just give you a quick turnaround so you can just see quickly what it's looking like. So as you can see, it's looking good already. My native hairs obviously are growing in quite quickly. They're already curling up and turning into a little mini afro right now. About a week and a half ago, I had a little taper around the back and the sides as well. And yesterday when I was lining up my beard and giving it a quick trim, I also did a quick little taper just on the corners there, just to make it look a little bit neat. Prior to the hair transplant, I never really wore my hair short. I always had it a little bit longer, so I'd grow like an afro, like a mini afro on top. And I would use the curling sponge just to give me some curls. And then I would get a fade, like either a mid fade or a low fade. And that's basically how I normally wear my hair. During the beginning of this year, during the lockdowns, I grew out my hair into an afro. And then in April, I ended up just getting a high top fade. And even though I had a receding hairline, like whenever I'd go to good barbers, like the good ones, they know how to really, you know, line you up to make it look like you've got a decent hairline. You know, they know how to make it look as though your hairline looks better than it actually is without using any kind of fibers or spray or anything like that. You know, I've never really had to use any of that kind of stuff. So yeah, over the last couple of months, since I've been scalped at the clinic during the procedure, yeah, I've just felt weird. I've not really felt like myself without any hair. But now that my hair's growing back, I'm starting to feel more and more like myself. I'm starting to gain a little bit more self-esteem. So yeah, I'm just really looking forward to the hairline just really grows in proper and just starts looking good. I think that by month 6, if everything goes to plan, it should start looking quite decent. But for now, it's just a waiting game. So I'm just trusting the process and just trying to have some patience. I'm gonna keep growing out my hair for the next couple of months. And then at around month 4, I'll start trimming it at the top. And then starting to get a fade again, and then that's how I'm going to keep it. In terms of my hair regrowth regime, so basically I've pretty much stopped using the black castor oil just because I didn't really like how it was making my hair kind of look and feel. Like it just got really, really oily, and it would stay oily pretty much all day until you wash it off. And yeah, it just felt a bit weird. I didn't really like using it, to be honest. I didn't feel any kind of irritation from it or anything like that. I just didn't like how it felt on my hair. It's just very, very thick. Like the oil is really thick. But I am still taking my minoxidil foam. I just put it literally just all along my hairline. Actually, I've also started putting it a little bit on my beard as well, because this side of my beard is weaker than this side. So as you can see, this side is a little bit more dense than this side, especially like in this area here. So I've just been putting some minoxidil foam every day just on this area. Hopefully it will thicken up and match this side. And other than that, I'm still taking my finasteride, 1 tablet 3 times per week. Still no side effects from the minoxidil either. I'm taking the foam version. I think that's kind of better from what I hear. But yeah, everything's going good. I've had no irritation. Everything's just going smooth sailing, to be honest. The only thing that I'll mention is just in this section here right at the top, there is still a little bit of numbness that's carried on from the procedure, but it is gradually going away. Like I've definitely noticed a decrease in that numbness from month 1 to month 2, and I'm pretty sure by month 4 it will most likely completely go away by the way it's going. But yeah, right now there is still some numbness there that I can feel, but yeah, it's not as bad as it was before. It doesn't hurt, it's not an inconvenience for me or anything like that. It's just that every now and again, let's say you got like a scratch there and you want to just relieve it. You can't really relieve it by scratching it just because of how numb it is. But yeah, other than that, it's all good. So I'm stood in front of a big window here and lots of natural light coming through, so this is what it's looking like right now. And this is how it's looking in normal indoor light away from the window. So yeah guys, that was pretty much it for my 2-month update. Overall, I'm happy with how everything's going. Everything is going exactly to plan. I'm looking forward to the next few months to see some new growth. We are now like under 2 weeks away from Christmas. So to those of you that celebrate it, I hope you have a great Christmas, have a great new year, and I'll see you again in 2022.